Okay.
All right. Hello, hello. Dang, we did it. Okay, wait. Oh yeah, I switched it over. Oh, yep. Hello, everyone. Episode 8 of the Burn One podcast. Even though there's nothing to talk about, we're we're here with an episode, I guess. Do you still have Shadowverse open, Dean?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
not closing it.
Oh man. So we're joined with the usual guest, and except Carmen looks a little different this time around.
Hey, Carmen, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's up? I ate Konosuba. Persona 5 is the best deck.
Where's your
Did I
alcohol?
do it right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh man. So last minute, Carmen kind of disappeared. I don't know. He might show up randomly. We'll see what happens. But Ollie was around. And we're like, hey, Ollie, just come on. And
Yeah.
here we are.
Mystery guests.
Yeah, the
Some
mystery.
mystery. So much of a mystery I didn't even know it was happening.
He just literally joined the channel. We're like, all right, here's the link, dude. You're in.
Right
Yeah.
place at the right time.
Yep. All right, so there is some new stuff we can talk about. I guess what was there anything for English going on? There was no news. No, like we already talked. Like they changed the release dates and some stuff because of delays.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Was there anything
We
else?
can maybe speculate on. I talked with UA about this a few days ago. We can maybe speculate as to the state of if they're even going to do like a fall series this year.
I reckon already
In all honesty,
feel like
they
it's
might
not gonna
have-
happen.
yeah, they might like push something off to like the remote fight stuff on the remote fight Discord.
Yeah.
But like, if this doesn't improve, I don't
Yeah.
see this actually continuing.
I mean, even if it does start to improve, like most likely, they're not going to be allowing like large groups. For
Yeah, like conventions
Probably-
and stuff are still
possibly
probably
even until
axed.
next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've seen some crazy videos on Twitter and stuff of like people in Huntington Beach like upset, like they can't go outside.
Oh.
So who knows? But yeah, I expect there to be no season this year. Basically, I hope they do some kind of remote fight thing. That would be like really cool.
Right.
Because speaking of remote fight, like I was telling these guys earlier, Bushiro Japan, they actually released. So for those that don't know, there is like this once a year. There's an event called Shirokuro Festival in Japan, which is 48 hours worth of card game fights.
It was 24
Or is it
hours.
24?
Last time
Yeah,
I
it's-
think it was 24 when I went.
Yeah,
so.
it's like 2 days, but it's called 24 hours of card game fighting stuff. Like, so yeah, it's called Shirokuro Fest. It was supposed to happen in May this year, and because of all the stuff happening, it got canceled. But they recently released that they're doing Shirokuro Fest from home this year. So through their remote fight Discord, between May 2nd to May 13th, they're gonna have different like little events going on there. It's mostly just like you fighting people. There's this one called Boku no Deck. Oh yeah, so there's like one where it's like play 99 different titles. Is that right? So no, mine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just like like basically 99 matches with like different titles and stuff like that. Oh my god!
Ranked
I
ladder.
should have probably
IRL.
known this. And it's like broken down by day and everything. So they have some really random stuff, as well as what? Oh, one child with survival. What does that mean? Holy shit!
One character survival.
Oh no, sorry. Okay, they even have a tournament for one turn refresh.
Oh
which
my
is
god.
something we've
Oh
been doing
no.
lately, which is kind of funny. But yeah,
Wait,
it's
one
just-
turn refresh is probably like super free in like JP, right?
It probably is. There's probably like really broken sets and stuff. I mean, like you could play what's it called? Kimono Friends and do it in one turn, right? Or not even one with 2 cards. Lucky Beast discard.
No, you have
No,
to-
no, you have
Oh
to refresh
no,
normally.
you gotta refresh. You gotta go all the way there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't read the
Yeah.
rules, man.
Look, if No
Yeah.
Game No Life can do it, there has to be
I
other
actually-
stuff that can do it.
Yeah.
From my understanding, the English like refresh challenge, I don't know, the Japanese players that I saw were like they got to choose how much stock they had. But on the forums for the American players, for some reason we only have like easy, hard, like medium and hard.
I keep hearing different things about it from people that like you can choose or there's like set stock limit.
Oh, because
I'm
on
not
the
sure.
form they sent out, you only get to choose the 3 different stock limits they
Oh.
give you, which is like I think it's kind of like bad because it's like what Fate, it's like 0, and then you just like 8 Azusa, clock encore yourself to 1, done. Like, while like other sets, you know, like sometimes you like Milky Holmes demo deck, right?
Oh my god.
But yeah, they have like band league set up and everything too. It looks like, and yeah, I mean, there's just a bunch of different stuff going on. They have like the exclusive sleeves and stuff too this year, but it's gonna be all sold through their EC shop.
Does that mean you can get the Shioko?
I
You
don't
might
know.
be able to.
If you buy cards, I bet you they just give you the promos or whatever.
We're gonna figure that one out.
Dude, Dean, there's a card game Shioko fan art contest. You should do it.
Oh, I'm
There
the
you
best
go.
artist.
Oh no, this campaign is
Oh, shit.
campaign is only limited to Japan's domestic market. All right,
Damn.
unfortunate.
Have they said like going back to like the English thing real quick? Have they said what they're going to be doing about like all the gold stamp PRs at all?
They said there's going to be like an alternative method to claim that stuff, but they haven't actually dropped anything like,
Okay,
here's how you can do it yet.
I guess
This is
that
how you
Priestess
could win.
that Priestess proxy is forever going to be a Sunder marker.
Yep. Unlucky.
Let's see here. But yeah, you guys brought it up too. English is doing the 1-turn refresh challenge, but I think you do a video. They're doing like a submit a video, right? And then you can
Yeah, you
win
have to
like a
submit a
$10 gift
video.
card.
You have to submit a video and you have to choose like a difficulty. You either start with 1, 5, or 10 stock. 10 stock is literally just like a spammable brainstorm. A spammable brainstorm is like 7 stock. So I don't know what deck would need 10 stock. I think
Angel
it would
Beats,
actually be
man.
more. I'm very sad. There's a lot of decks that like I wish they could level themselves, but they can't. I think that's the true sad thing right now.
What do you mean level yourself?
Oh, like Miku has some event that like mills yourself down to 1 card, but it's a 1/0, and like it's just so sad Miku can't damage itself enough to get there. Like,
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Oh well, wait, no, never mind. There's
talking
there's
English.
the
We're talking
Mako
English,
change.
Miku.
Yeah,
There's the Mako change, but that's at climax. I
yeah,
think,
that's
isn't
the
it?
problem is it's like English, it's like the 1-turn refresh, it's like there's only like 3 decks that can do it, right? No Game, No Life, Bang Dream, and Fate. And if you're not playing one of those 3, it's like you can't even do it. Pretty much, right? Contai,
Yeah.
maybe?
You could probably do it with Contai. There's like
Maybe.
they have like pay 1 like sack mill forward, choose a top card. So they have ways to mill out their deck. It's just
GGO, I think, can also maybe do it, but I haven't really thought of that.
No.
No? Because you have
I think
4...
GGO's too neg.
Yeah, you have 4 of the 4 on Death Azusa. Yeah.
But the Azusa can't grab itself, so
Yeah.
it's like...
Yeah.
And they don't let you stack, like, perfect scenarios, which is, like... I think that would have been, like, all of the fun in it, is, like, you know, like, creating these, like, crazy scenarios that's not just, like, Azusa,
Yeah.
but, like, using, like, really dank cards. And they get a performance, like, score, you know? Like, do we have to Google your cards?
Oh man. Yeah. Is there anything else going on in English? We talked about Konosuba was announced that last time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meme Snow's coming out.
Meme Snow,
Did we-
yeah.
Was that
When
talked
is
about
Meme Snow?
before?
When is Meme Snow coming out? I know it's coming out. We made.
I don't think there's a release date.
Yeah, I don't think there is a release date.
They just
Oh.
announced it.
You know, one thing they was kind of funny. I don't know if you guys saw it. Well, I think I linked you guys, but they did an interview about translating cards in.
Oh, I saw that
Oh,
video.
God.
Dude, the comments on that video were so they were so good, dude. Because like they were talking about the struggles of like translating, right? And you know, as us consumers were like, these guys, they fucking don't do any work here. They don't know how to even speak the language. They're fucking up so much. And then they were like talking about how it's like a struggle to deal with Japanese puns. And then I scroll to the comments and everyone's just like blasting them on like, dude, this errata list is so huge. What's wrong with you guys?
It's like with like Fujimi, there's
Yeah.
been like an errata for like every other reveal almost.
Yeah, I think if you like made him Connor, if you follow Connor's Twitter, I think he's literally like retweeted every single time they made a mistake on Fujimi, and I think he's tweeted almost every single card reveal.
Yeah.
Whether it be grammar or actual effect.
Is this like the
Yeah.
worst set coming out ever for like?
JoJo's was
Erratas?
pretty bad, wasn't it?
JoJo also had it. Like I don't know. I feel like
But I think the problem with JoJo's also is because they had to like scale it down to like the royalty free version also. So I think
No,
that was
They already had the
cards
names in
is
place.
fine.
That shouldn't be an issue, right?
Yeah,
the
the
name-
Japanese names are the non-copyrighted names as well. I'm pretty sure.
even the
No,
names. It's like
Japanese names aren't Japanese or non-copyrighted. I thought there was a
Nico.
card named Black Sabbath on there. How's that
Nico.
non-copyrighted?
No, it's BS.
Oh, it's BS. Okay.
Yeah. The also so in JoJo, just off the top of my head, they had the 3-2 that climaxed with a different name climax than what they printed.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Right.
And then-
one that doesn't have a cost.
And
Yeah.
then the card that's like on death, you get to banish the card from your waiting room was on.
There's a
full.
card named
So that's just two off the top of my head that aren't like the random, like like where they didn't print a cost on the 1-1. I don't know. Bushi Road, it's rough liking this game.
It is. Holy crap.
Yeah.
It's like you just like open a booster box, see something that no other card game player would ever find acceptable, and you just go, "Yeah, this is par for the course. Of course, my new $400 card has a misprint on it." And they're like, "Oh, really?" And it's like, "Yeah." And if and it's like, "Oh, why does this foil feel better?" Well, the English foils don't feel as good as the Japanese for some reason. And they're like, "Oh," and you're like, "It's a good game." I'm gonna buy the foil anyway.
Oh, man.
Yep, but we are probably part of the problem.
Yeah.
You guys remember when I think it was Girls Band Party Volume 2 dropped out in English? The 1-0 con on SSP. The SSP in particular was a level 0.
Oh yeah.
We had to make
That card would have been so good as a 0.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like a 3-2? Wasn't the 3-2 Kasumi that had some like really absurd?
The
Misprint
foil,
on it.
instead of healing it, it just milled a card off the top of your deck.
Oh yeah, dude, very strong.
Powerful. I like it. Oh man, but yeah, Bushiroad is actually pushing out like interviews with the staff and stuff, which is kind of cool. I think the most recent one though was with the events coordinator. But I mean, I feel like that one's really straightforward. They mostly, I think they're gonna probably just talk about how they spend 6 to 8 months to set up events in the future and stuff like that. This one was really long though. I think it was way longer than the translation one, but I haven't watched
Translation one was like really short.
it yet. Yeah.
I didn't see the new one though. It
Yeah.
just came out today.
It just came out today, yeah. I think it's like 20, 30 minutes long or something.
Oh, I saw it and then I didn't watch it. So
But yeah.
the events are like a lot less of a joke like than the
Than the translations.
Well,
yeah.
yeah, the
they
translations
can
are
be a
the-
joke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, that's like kind of day of like coordination kind of gets screwed over sometimes depending on who's on staff. But I think like
Yeah.
planning the events overall have like never been an issue. So like, I mean, Bushiroad kind of kills with that, right?
Yeah, those are actually like pretty decently handled. It's all of the problems with the events have to do with like the current on-hand event staff that it's like inherent with running 3 card games, right?
Yeah, it's like this hodgepodge of like random volunteers that like sometimes the volunteers are the ones who screw up stuff, and we can't really blame Bushiroad for that because they just don't have the staff to like have real like people like running every event.
Yeah, it's the fact they have 3 card games, right? Like
Yeah,
it
and
takes a lot of staff to
it's
cover
hard
each
everything.
game.
Is it more than 3 card games now? They have what, Buddy Fight, Vanguard, Weiss, and wasn't there something else? Or is that it now?
The Rebirth is like not a
Re-
real game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. Japan-
Vanguard has 2 different tournaments, which is why I
Yeah.
think you might be thinking there's more. Because
Yeah, there are
Vanguard
2
has like
different
standard and premium or something. I forget what the formats are called.
Yeah, I think it is standard and premium. And when it comes to events ran in Japan, I've like never heard any problems though. But like the staffing in Japan's like way different from like the events I've played in Japan. Like at Shadowverse
Also, I
and
feel like-
stuff, it just way more like organized in general.
Aren't Japanese people also like less rude than Americans?
Also true. I mean, it probably also helps that their entire country is like smaller than California land size, so it's easier. Like if their staff is spread out, they can.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Most places have a pretty fast train to get to Tokyo. It probably just costs a little bit on the wallet.
Yeah. Oh man. Speaking of trains.
The fabled train.
All right. Was there anything else going on in the Japanese side of Weiss?
Konosuba got released.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we've seen too many results on that, just because
I
play
mean,
is
there's like
limited right now.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the deck is fine.
There's just been a ton of like lists being thrown around on Twitter.
Yeah.
I haven't seen too much. I don't. I mean, like with everything going on and everything kind of shutting down, there's not like a lot of results even for shop tournaments or online things popping up. There's been a few lists popping around here and there for like the popular Japanese like Weiss teams, or that's been going around. Yeah, I've been so excited about this set that it's like my case is like right behind me, sitting right there. Like it's been here for like a week now, and I haven't even opened it up because I'm like I have nowhere to play this. But yeah. But I mean, like the set looks super solid. Like Carmen was definitely complaining it a lot beforehand, and kind of feel the same about him. Like Konosuba got so many good things in this set.
It's such a push set.
Yeah, I know, right? It just felt like it was like how we described 10th anniversary. It was like 10th anniversary has a lot of good stuff, but everything for some reason it's like, oh, everything just randomly has extra 500 power for no reason type of deal. It's just enough to push it over the edge. I'm most interested though in seeing like if anyone comes up with a very toolboxy deck, because I feel like that set now can be very toolboxy, especially with I don't know how you guys feel. I think we talked about this last time too, but like climax salvagers are like I think are really, really powerful, and like as the game keeps developing and every set gets it, I think we're gonna see a lot more greedy builds based around like weird climax spreads of like 3-3-2 and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I've seen that list that plays like the Aqua 3-2 combo along with the Megumin and Union. I'm just like I'm not super sure on that because like I don't know if does the Aqua like I don't know if like other combos will give you the like the like would be better in situations where Megumin and Union with foreclosure just wouldn't kill the opponent. So like I don't know if like the extra options are really needed.
Yeah, I'm not sure with the Konosuba, but I think like as more sets come out, we'll see what happens. Yeah. But I mean Konosuba is definitely like a set. They have three sets now, so like they have a lot of stuff they could play with and a lot of things they could tech randomly. So I mean,
is Saikano dead now because Konosuba exists?
No,
I don't think so. It's just like
you have one kind of whatever-ish matchup, and then even then they need to like tech the 1/1 event and then draw it. So like there's a lot of those variables in there. What'd you say, Holly?
And
you have to have a Kazuma on board.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you have that event, you're already probably in yellow, so you're probably all set and everything. But yeah, I think that is it for like even JP, right? There's no. Let me look here.
We have Lost Decade reveals. That's how it looks kind of interesting.
Oh, man. I've like half been reading it, but I have not. I want the set because of how cool it is.
The reveals are like kind of been getting a little bit more meh.
Have they already?
Have they been going on? Yeah, it's just like
I saw they printed a rare. I think it was yesterday. That was just like the standard drop assassin. It's like 500 base and then gets power on player or whatever.
Yeah,
I thought we moved past that.
That doesn't seem like a rare profile to me, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the concept is really cool, but I think the actual cards they're printing so far aren't
like you're talking about Lost Decade?
Yeah, Lost Decade. Or
that's the one set I think looks cool though. It's got like
I think the idea looks cool, but like the cards they're printing to support it don't seem as impressive.
I mean that's kind of like Million Life, right?
Yeah,
like
we'll
Million Life has. But I guess you're right because like Million Life is the same thing. I was like trying to play Million Life the other day, and like if you're not playing like one of like two lists, Million Life is not a functioning set because I think it's like nowadays your cards need to do. It's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh, like Power Creep, right? Like your card and Vice can't just do like a single thing anymore. Like half the time it has to do like 2 different things, right? You can't just have a drop search. Your drop search also supposed to be like a 3/5 or something in order for it to be considered playable. And
Not necessarily, but I think it's just to be considered like
I
if
think
you don't
it's,
have any other profiles, obviously you're gonna fucking run that. But like, actually, fuck, I'm thinking about it right now, and I'm like, oh no,
Yeah.
Dean might be right.
if
much.
you're just a drop search, it's not really playable. If it's just like but and also like your set needs to have a Ricky nowadays too. I feel like without a Ricky of some kind, like your set is automatically gimped.
I don't know if that's true. I think it just needs some
Yeah.
kind of really strong level 0 plussing. You know?
Yeah, which Ricky is the
Ricky is
most,
probably like the best profile because it sets up your level 1 game plan. Usually.
It also like prevents level lock. The second that you tell me that your set doesn't have a Ricky at 0, I have the ability to just level lock you and ignore everything you do.
Yeah, that's super true.
Mm-hmm.
One thing with Lost Decade though, like you guys were saying, the new mechanic they're including, like without playing with the cards yet, I have a feeling like this mechanic can actually be really, really busted in the way
this mechanic sucks, actually. That's the funny thing.
You think so? Well, I thought we discussed this before where it's like you're just like half your hands in memory, and so like technically your hand size is like almost unlimited for the most part. So you have like a lot of fake buildup of compression.
How often do you burn cards in this game, though? That's the actual question.
unless you're having a really bad game.
True.
Yeah, right?
Look,
Like-
this set actually just buffed Brainstormers, right? Because now if I hit 4 in a Brainstorm, I don't feel as bad because that just means 4 memory, you know? but yeah, you might be right there.
Because it's like it all matters. Like how often in Vice do you actually go over a 7-card hand at end of turn? And it's actually not that common. So the time you'll be getting value off of that card is not that common. So the mechanic is cool. It does let you, like, if you can like magically start snowballing out of control somehow. I guess that's pretty cool.
I think another issue is the equip cards. That the level 1 equip cards don't seem all that great compared to like the level 2 ones.
Yeah, there's well the
Shouldn't that be
boots they
expected?
revealed were kind of like memey, but I think the biggest like takeaway in the beginning, because like they Bouchard loves to reveal like all the strong cards right in the beginning, is that the level 3s in combination with like just using these equip cards like seems super super powerful and like can let you dig very easily to find climaxes and stuff. But yeah, what's like the best level 1 equip card they've revealed so far?
I'd have to honestly go through. I think it's like there's like one that like gives you power when you play
Is
it.
it just the 1K? The
Yeah.
1K power? Yeah.
Yeah, that's honestly like the best one.
You sure it's not the boots, man? Free mill plus 1 soul. That one seems pretty memey to play. But yeah. Next we have a key 20th anniversary coming out soon too, right? In
Ooh,
JP?
yeah.
I know Nico's excited for that.
Yeah.
Have you been following it at all? Any of you?
I've been following.
They've released a second set, like of because they released the first kind of like set of spoilers a couple weeks back, and then we've just kind of been more or less silent on it for And then they released more cards yesterday. Go ahead, Ollie. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say it's pretty par for the course. I mean, Charlotte still looks like it's gonna be the best deck.
Yeah.
Out of the key
Well,
sets.
the cards they released yesterday didn't really impress me as much. You had I think it was, they released like a climax swap, but it's on a level 3. So it kind of feels slightly underwhelming unless they print more stuff. And I forget what else
Wait,
they
you're
released.
talking about the now?
Yeah.
That just salvages a climax.
Oh, it does? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I misread that.
And you ditch a character to give something 3k power.
Yeah. What was the Yusa they printed? I saw they also printed a Yusa, but that's like a box topper, so I don't think it's a good profile.
Top X, it might as well not have a second effect.
Mm-hmm.
It's pay 1, give something give an opponent's character neg 1k in their front row.
Okay.
Pretty strong.
On a level 3.
On a level 3.
If you use enough stock, you can kill cards.
Oh
It's
man.
pretty strong. Yeah, I like the I like that specifically that now card. The rest of the spoilers are pretty whatever. Angel Beat's got a sack counter. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Angel Beat's got a okay PR card reveal too. It's one of those. I mean, like it's not amazing. It's pay one sack it, top check 4, add one to hand.
Yeah,
And then it
that's
has
fine.
like randomly it has the center card in your front row gains one.
It's
If
level
it's level 3, gains plus 1,000 power. It's like a weird effect to have on that card, but okay.
Yeah, I wish the second effect went to memory.
Oh, I wish, but yeah. I mean, this profile they've been printing like nonstop now, so I think it's just gonna be super, super common.
This profile is like actually only good if it goes to memory, to be honest. Unless you really need that mill, which I don't think Angel Beats is printing for that.
Pay one sack, top check 4, add one to hand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that profile is like pretty whatever.
Yeah,
it's usually
hit or miss. I think it depends on the deck build. Like I know Sunshine plays it in like their 8 standby list, but I think that's more reasonable in those lists.
That's more to fill up their grave though. So
standby Million Life does it as well. 8 standby, at least the Japanese list do.
Yeah, because I think they have like a lot less deck control, and like you said, filling up your graveyard's pretty important.
But when you just rather have like an Azusa.
Yeah, but I mean sometimes your set doesn't have it, so.
I was like, I think the Azus is still on the choice list for Sunshine, so it's not like they have the option. Because I think most of them would probably play the 3-2 Yo.
Yeah.
Or no, what's the other option? Yeah, the 2-1 Rico.
Yeah, because if you play standby, that card is so good. Like free hand filter starting from level 1 is pretty solid.
Imagine Azusa getting printed in 2020, like actual Azusa.
That's never again, I don't think.
I remember when that card came out, it was on an uncommon, and then it just the rarity. Yeah, it was
the Katsuki. Yeah, it was an uncommon.
Well, no, Azusa was a rare.
Oh, sorry. But didn't that come after Akatsuki though?
Yeah, I think
Akatsuki came first, right?
Yeah, no, Azusa came first, right? Because
the first ones were in Disgaea. You guys didn't know that.
God damn it!
No,
I think
that 2-1 Azusa.
For Kantai, it came out in Second Fleet, and then for Idolmaster, it came out in IMAS Movie.
Was it not sure after Second Fleet?
I'm not sure on that.
All right. Either way, the card rarity has only gone up since. It went from like uncommon to rare to like double rare.
I think the last time they really printed one was like what Bang Dream or like maybe Rewrite Anime. But
I mean,
the
those
Rewrite
are all
Anime
so
one's a joke.
restricted. Yeah.
Yeah. An unrestricted one, I don't think is ever going to get printed again. Profile's too good.
Yeah.
Sad times.
Who would have thought like super selectivity plus like deck speed mill is like super good? Who would have thought that?
Yeah.
XD.
That's why Cinderella Girls can never be a real deck again.
Well, okay, they also had like the card that grabs.
Yeah, they have the Kome. Yeah, they have the Kome, and they have the fucking Rin.
The profile that just like looks for a climax and has no downside if you fail is I think that one's a little too good.
It's pretty good, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a fine card.
Oh,
Seems okay.
All right. I mean, okay, is that it for as far as like Weiss news goes?
I guess there's Sakura Taisen spoilers.
Yeah.
That 2-1 event's pretty.
I know you're interested. I know you're interested in Sakura Taisen Kit. What's your take? Have you been following that?
I mean, my hype for the set was like super high in the beginning, and as it kept going on, it just kind of died down. I didn't like really test anything or look at anything really like anymore. I'm just gonna wait till I have my cards in hand. But I mean, the set looks like it's gonna be solid, but it's just not. It seems like it's gonna be like a mid tier 2 type of deck.
I think there's I've been like brainstorming a bit, but nothing really beyond that. I think 8 gate in my head. 8 gates seems like it might be pretty strong because I think that that 3-2 Sakura that burns for level 3s. Thought that card sucked when they first got revealed, but then they showed off the mech that lets you level swap copies of itself. I think that makes that combo a lot more powerful. So that might be the go-to finisher. And all the level 1 combos kind of suck, but I think the gate one might suck the least.
The standby one is kind of memey. I don't know. I think we talked about this, but like, if you have the standby
3-2?
No, the level 1 combo.
Oh.
So if you have the standby out and you trigger standby and play the 1-0 from waiting room, the climax combo still goes off because it activates at the encore step or whatever. Where if the card across from this is if the field is empty or reversed, then you get a salvage. So I thought that was kind of funny, but I don't know whenever that's actually gonna be relevant in some weird way. Other than that, like I like the Azami Musashi is kind of cool. It's like
Is that
11K,
the
3 soul.
one you summon copies of it?
No. That I like that card too, but
That combo is pretty cool.
there's a Musashi for Azami, which is it's their merge package, yeah. And then it's 11,000 power and then 3 soul, and then if it has the marker and damage cancel, you just Musashi effect, which is kind of cool. You can do like I always like 3 soul Musashis. You can just side for 1 to like close out games pretty nicely. Besides that, I mean, like the 8 gate might be like where it's at. My only concern when I was looking at all the lists and stuff is just like, how is this set gonna keep stock to be able to do anything? Because like there's like a lot of good, or not really good, but the Sakura early play is all right. I just feel like there's like a lot of places where you're gonna have to dump stock, like unfortunately. I don't know. I guess we'll just see.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's like there's like a package, but like I think there's still pieces missing for it to like be like strong.
Yeah, the blue level 1 combo is really good too. It's just the Review Starlight combo, the wind trigger one.
Oh,
I forget that girl's name. Where it's like top chick 3, add 1 to hand. I mean, that might be a way to go too.
Possibly. Yeah. Does that have the ACTA thing as well?
No, it just has power during your turn, but then it loses power.
Okay.
So it's not going to be as like have that kind of field presence, but it's still like decently okay. If you want an uninteractive level 1 combo.
It might be a good option too. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just really like playing 8 gates.
Yep. I mean, 8 gates is usually where it's at. I also like freehand just for attacking. I think that's it for like most of the news, right?
Yeah.
Very slow times with no ability to go to events or anything or report on any events.
Yeah.
All right.
Have you guys been doing any of the Bushiroad remote tournaments?
I've been like thinking about maybe joining one, but not. I haven't done anything quite yet.
Are they Japanese only, or are they English?
I think there's English ones.
They have both, because like you can queue for the Japanese one, but I'm assuming they would at the very least expect you to know basic Japanese if you do.
So I want to play Shioko.
But you can also there's like an English section on that Discord. You can queue up for English if you wanted to. You can also queue up for standard. I know you love standard format, Dean.
Oh
Standard's
boy,
really cool.
Standard format. You gotta break standard format. I mean, like, didn't Australia already break standard format with their like?
They actually just
calculator. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually already solved it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's too hard to break standard.
Yeah.
Well, no, this guy straight had like an OTK.
Yeah.
All right. Clearly, we need to move on to what's really important here, which is Shadowverse.
I've been playing the entire time we've been streaming.
Oh my god, guys, please don't.
I'm gonna get Grandmaster in both rotation and unlimited now. I've decided that.
I believe in you, Dean.
Don't worry.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I don't need your belief.
As like, I think doing anything else. I mean, like some of you guys already know that Dean and I have been
that also playing some Shadowverse. I mean, I probably convinced myself.
Extended period of time and like an actual game to me.
Scenes of just characters talking as if it's Persona 5.
It just made a couple bullet points for each character, and they're like, we can't write any more than this. We just have to build 70 hours of dialogue with these bullet points.
Oh my
god!
god!
So you're just playing it, and you're like, this is a drag. Like this is rough. Because that's how I feel. Maybe if you like Fire Emblem 3 Houses, then let me ruin it for you. But that game sucks.
I don't know. I mean,
man. You say the game sucks, Dean, but at the same time, like, I remember when you first bought the game, that's all you've literally been playing for like 50, 60 hours. So you still get your money's worth.
No, you misunderstand how I play games and how you play games. There's a big difference.
Oh, okay.
Difference there. Yeah, when I'm sitting here playing the game, trust me, I'm not having fun.
I know. I've watched you play Shadowverse multiple times.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm
playing Shadowverse is the best ever. I laugh so hard all the time.
We need to have like a commentary channel, just because Dean's Shadowverse commentary is pretty
Dean is the
top tier.
strongest Shadowverse player I've ever met.
Well, I'm just saying, like, Three Houses, the way I played it is I randomly decided that one character was the best. Here's the best thing. Is once I started playing, I hated this character. Lysithea is actually just a terrible character. But I thought she was the cutest one at the beginning. So I like to get upvotes online. I grinded her out to max everything. So I just like sat in like autism the game. I was playing it closer to RuneScape than actual Fire Emblem.
Oh no, that's right.
And
You're
then
playing RuneScape also. I forgot.
Yeah,
No.
I'm actually playing both of those right now. But yeah, at the end of it, like I don't know, Fire Emblem Three Houses. I don't know. I don't think it was that great of a game. I kind of wish they would go back to the old style games.
Wait, what was the old style?
Just like without the self inserts and without trying to make like.
Oh, okay.
Instead of having like 100 different like relationships between characters, maybe just like focus on like a couple key relationships. You know, it lets you like have more in-depth character exploration.
Dude, listen, look. I need my harem dating game, man.
That's why you're playing Sakura Taisen, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, I'm like a fourth way through, or like a fourth way through.
Wow. I'm waiting for the English release.
What? It's already out.
Like a
It's already out
Is
in
it?
English.
Yeah.
Is
just
it
go
out?
on PSN.
It literally came out
I
like
know what
this
I'm doing after
Tuesday.
this.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a fun game so far. I've been enjoying it. Every time I played it, I'm just like, I don't know if this is like a game for the normal people, like your normal
Is
audience.
Sakura best girl?
No, Sakura's probably one of the worst
Unlucky.
girls.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess there's an anime for it now too.
Yeah, that
That's
was
weird.
released recently too.
Are the cards based off of the game? They're based off.
They're
of
based
the
off
game.
the game, not the
It's the
anime.
game art.
They have the in-game sprites on the cards.
Yeah,
or
they
the
even have the fucking
in-engine
lip
card.
system or
It's
whatever.
really bad.
Yeah, dude, they have the 2-1 event where it's the branching
Yeah, like
choices.
the choices. It's really bad.
That card's actually pretty sick.
Oh man.
It's a clock swap, a global sell, a global 2K, or a top check ad.
Damn, look, Tony in the chat with wrong opinions. Who
I don't
likes
know.
Sakura as
Dude.
best girl?
Sa-
What the heck?
She has a katana, so like I'm probably
Dude, a lot of
obligated to
girls in
like her.
this actually have a lot of katanas. Oh man,
Oh,
OG
okay.
Sakura
what
was
are we
like
even
the best
defining as
Sakura.
normal people? Because like we're all fucking weebs.
Well,
So
not-
We are
the
all
what do we
non-
define? What's the
generalities.
baseline for normal here?
People who play COD and like other action games.
Well, fucking Carmen plays COD, and Carmen would also
Carmen
probably
has
play Sakura Taisen.
the weebiest guns in that game.
Yeah, he does. I just remember him just being like, "Hey guys, I just spent like $5 on this gun. It's got an anime girl on it."
True Call of Duty experience.
He's like, they just keep putting them out, and I keep buying them. I don't understand what the problem. I don't understand what's going on.
All right, and then what is it? Who's it in chat? Kevin was saying there is an 8-man tournament on the Discord now.
What?
Is that what they're doing
On the remote fight?
on the remote
Yeah.
play? Is it as many 8-mans, or is it just like literally just one 8-man? His first 8 show up, get it, or what?
Well, yeah, that's what I was trying to ask him. I'm like, is it like multiple 8-man brackets, or is that just because they don't really get a high turnout? Because I'm honestly just thinking it's probably just because they don't get a really high turnout.
True. Let me see. Oh, they posted on the Facebook that you said, right? Let me see if I can look this up really quick. Weiss Schwarz.
Oh no, I played some Paper Vice the other day. I think that was enough for me forever.
Man, it's a shame Carmen's not here because I'm assuming that would be an interesting discussion.
I went 2-7. I had to scoop like 4 of my games due to being at level 3 with like 3 to 4 climaxes in hand with no discard outs or playables. And I'm just like, it's a good game we played.
So normal game for you then.
Normal games for me. Yeah. I'm just like the first
Man, I
game
just
we
remember. I remember that game at the tournament in Indiana. The OTP tournaments.
No, no.
That was
You're
an
like-
experience.
Were you like, were you talking about the one where I played against Sal?
Yeah.
Where I'm just I was like, oh,
That was peak Dean right there.
Okay, I found the thing with the 8-man tournaments. Yeah, they're just like 8-man pod tournaments. So I mean, like, if you're like looking to get more competitive in Weiss, I mean, this is like free entry into this. I don't think there's any pricing what it looks like. So I mean, it'd be a cool thing to check out. So
You might get like an extra role on their Discord or something.
maybe that'd be kind of
About
cool.
it.
But
Strong prizes.
Yeah. If you've been looking to have some kind of competitive itch scratched or whatever, I guess this is it. When's it? Let's see. Well, yeah, this is tomorrow, right? Yep, 8-man running down all time slots. All right, West Coast is from noon to 3. Oh yeah, so that's when it starts, from noon to 3 p.m. Pacific time. And I guess for those, what is it, 3 hours or so, they'll be running 8-man tournaments as long as there's people wanting to play them. So that's kind of cool. At least they're trying to like do something with the Discord and keep people interested in the game.
Yeah.
I just don't want to play on Tabletop Simulator anymore.
I
It's
don't
a
know.
soulless program.
I actually prefer tabletop just because like I had to like unsleeve cards the other day. And I was like, oh man, I'm like looking at what I'm building, right? Like in tabletop, I can throw like a picture in like 5 minutes. But when I'm like unsleeving my cards to build what I know is unplayable, it starts to feel really bad. And I just go, oh, every card hurts.
I like at the beginning, Dean was like, fuck tabletop sim, it's the worst. And here he is like, guys, listen, I need to play tabletop because I can play garbage here and not feel bad.
Like, I was sleeving up some like really random Million Live list. And I'm just like, these aren't good cards. None of these cards are playable. And every single card I put in the deck hurt my soul a little bit more.
Oh, man. And then did you get, like, you were grabbing random lists off of Encore decks as well, right?
Yeah, because, well, for the Million Live, no, it was, I really wanted to use the blue stuff in Million Live, but that's like, I feel like that deck wasn't meant to be played. Like, you just like start looking at these cards and you're like, they didn't want me to play these. Because they made these like blue cards just bad enough. And like take up, like, they just don't do anything. Like, right, they just don't do enough to like warrant like building towards them.
I mean, does it even have anything worth building towards?
No, see, that's the problem.
I mean, I think like all the good like payoffs are in red, aren't they?
Seems like it, right?
Pretty much. All the good payoffs are like the 3. I hate to say it, but you pretty much have to play that 3/7 event. There's like literally like almost no other option.
Mm-hmm.
There's the standby combo, right?
Well, yeah, but even that plays the 3/7 event. Like, you can't like explore any other real deck option with that set. It just feels really bad. Like, if you're not playing like the red package, it just feels like a bad set to play. It doesn't have a Ricky that's like actually playable. It doesn't have like a level 1 combo that any other set would want, because like without a Ricky, every one of its level 1 combos is too weak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just like it's a solid set, but with nothing that like really pulls you to play any of the other colors.
Yeah.
Have you tried OG Love Idolmaster?
Yeah, well, I have an OG
No,
Idolmaster deck. It's pretty meme. I actually like playing that one because like even when it's like breaking because they don't really have a tap self brainstorm that you want to play, it's like you're fine with it. Like, I don't know, there's like this like mental disconnect between a 2019 set and like a 2016 set, right? Like, when the 2016 set like doesn't have a card, you're like more accepting of it than like a 2019 set that like can't function. Maybe that's me as a person.
No, I understand, because like the way the power creep has been going.
Yeah, I mean, like your standards
the base
become
level
higher.
is way higher now, right?
Yeah,
so,
and it's like also OG IMS has like Azusa. Azusa's pretty good.
That's
it does. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, damn, man, there's like nothing else going on for Weiss lately. I mean, the only other news we have is Evo was recently
Wait, what?
Yeah, online Evo, dude.
2020. Yeah, online Evo.
Can't wait for online Evo with delay-based netcode fighting games.
Oh man.
That tournament's going to be so fraudulent.
Yeah, imagine having to run like an online tournament for Smash.
Oh no!
It's
Smash
like
has, like,
1,000 people going crazy. Oh my god! I wonder how that's gonna roll out. I wonder if Bushiroad would actually do online like regionals if everything gets canceled.
Regionals.
Like
I think that was brought up in like one of the discords, whether they might do an online like BCS or BSF.
I don't know how they do that, man.
Yeah, like the legitimacy of it like would always be in question.
Yeah.
But I think it would be really cool if they try to push something like that. I don't think they can attach like the normal like winning trips to Japan and stuff like they normally do. But
can you imagine if there was a online trios?
Oh yeah,
that show would be hilarious. Oh, but yeah, I mean, like if they do something like they're doing with Shadowverse Fest in Japan online, that'd be like really cool. Kind of like a 2-week event type of thing where people can come on at certain times and do different like events. I think. Oh man, I don't have it open anymore. I think there was like some notes about title cups for JP, which is kind of cool if they do it online. But I don't know how like how real like these online events can be, especially with like physical card games when there's no digital way to play it. Really, that's like official through Bushiroad. But yeah, I mean, you guys have anything else to add? Otherwise, I mean, we can start taking some questions from people before we close everything out.
Why did they add a Blaze Blue character to Grand Blue Versus?
Wait,
I don't know.
Dude, Soul Bad Guy is in there. He's a great guy, dude. Don't worry.
No, he's a Blaze Blue character.
Oh,
dude.
Zooey's a Blaze Blue character.
Oh,
you knock them down, put the dragon up, and you just go be like, I have a 3-way mix-up that you have to deal with, and all options lead to half your life. I'm not playing Grand Blue Versus.
You don't even need to put the dragon down. You can also use Thunder. It's really disgusting. The characters, I love the character, but the character just
the dragon's like easy mode mix-ups. Like literally, you knock them down. Yeah. Everything you do leads to their life bar. Yeah, that character was way too overtuned. Tims are pretty strong, but
yeah.
Oh man, I haven't played since the update, so I need to do that. I've just been playing like Sakura Taisen.
Narmaya got buffed, so yeah. I think you'll probably enjoy that.
Well, I don't even know if I was gonna stay with Narmaya. I think I was like gonna go to.
Don't let Zooey knock you down, dude. Just don't get hit, bro.
Yeah, bro. Don't get hit, forehead, dude.
What's the problem? Just block the unblockable.
Oh man. Unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about, we can just take questions now, right?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Did we talk? Was ReZero talked about at some point? The extra
we
booster?
talked about it last time, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, if you want to add something, you can.
Nothing that's probably already been said. I was just curious.
Okay.
It's cool that ReZero's finally 4 colors.
Yeah.
After what 2 booster packs?
Bags not a depressing trigger anymore.
Oh, you mean the new JP one? Sorry, yeah. I was thinking Memory Snow. Yeah, we talk about this last time? We didn't, right?
We did. I thought we talked about it a little bit. Did we not?
Dude, I don't remember.
ReZero being 2 colors? I don't remember either.
Because
ReZero's getting green.
Yeah, green, and there's bag support randomly, which is like pretty hype, I guess, in a way.
It got a real finisher.
Did it? What was the finisher?
The Melia. Yeah, it's on reverse clock kick or on direct burn 3.
That's kind of.
That is.
It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's on Gold Bar, right?
On direct burn 3 is like
it's pretty iffy. But the fact that
you play it with Wind Trigger, dude, and then you just bounce their level 3 before you attack there.
I think it's cool that because the problem with clock kick is they just don't leave you aboard, right? But this combo actually just counters that strategy. I
mean, yeah, burn 3. I mean, it's nice that it has the flexibility, but if you're swinging in for what's that 4, before
Yeah,
triggers.
4 plus 4, 4,
4
3.
plus 3? That's 7, dude. They're dead.
Yeah,
You're right.
every Amelia is lethal.
Oh man, but speaking of like having these like alternate combos or whatever, depending if the board's empty or not, I guess this is something we could talk about. Like having these like top ins that are like non-interactive. Like, is that like going to be good for the game in the long run? I mean,
No, but I think it's part of like
It's been like
how
that
would
for
you-
a
I
while,
guess the
right?
power creep cycle, right? Because we started out with Fever, and then we're slowly progressing to cards like the Cosmere or whatever. Where it's
Slowly,
like, it
dude. It's
doesn't
been
matter.
a year.
What's
Wait,
up?
It's been like 1 year, right? Like Fever came out like a year ago.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that's it. I think they're accelerating the power creep in the game, but like I think it's an inevitable part of the game where they start to power creep this stuff and just release like more ridiculous stuff.
yeah. I personally, I think like having ridiculous
The game
top
is going to
ins.
speed up here pretty soon. I think.
I-
Like
I
even
mean, it
more.
feels like the game's been that like for a while now, though, hasn't it? Like really discussing uninteractive top ends.
Yeah.
Has it?
Yeah.
Like, well, like
No,
what comes to
No, I
mind?
don't think so. Actually, like what?
I mean, Konosuba.
I mean,
But I mean, you
that's-
can still kind of play around Konosuba in a way. Like I can give you that.
Okay.
Like, I mean, like if you leave them an empty board,
Spoken
they
like a
can't combo.
Konosuba player. I promise you can play around this, kids.
Listen.
You have to play
can't
around
ban my
stock
set.
swap, Frumio, clock kick.
What's your opponent gonna do? Have a hand? The fuck?
Oh man. But
You can't even starve Konosuba out of resources. They literally have 2 little back row cards that just say I get a +1 every turn.
okay. I'll give you guys that. But I mean, like, realistically, I mean, if the game continues this way, I don't, like, it feels like they're taking away a lot of, I don't want to say like part of the skill or whatever, but like the ability to like play around things. Like, I almost feel sometimes you're like, well, I can't play around this, so whatever. I still have to play 3 cards. I no think, just slam climax go.
Most of the time, yeah.
I don't know if that's
Maybe
gonna like
that's, maybe
make
that's
the
part
game
of the
really
skill we're
degenerate.
growing as players because we learned that we can't care.
Look, I don't want it to be at a point where people are dropping Zeus turn 10 on me and killing me.
Oh,
for
you don't want to
20
do like
lives.
a
Living
good
the turn
Shadowverse
10?
thing?
What's wrong
I don't
with
want to
you?
live the Shadowverse stream I'm currently living.
Oh.
You're
See, I
already-
feel like that's like the problem, right? That's why I say that people should be like talking, like seeing if they could play old like Vice with their friends, because I just feel like modern Vice, it's like every new set that comes out is a little more disgusting than the last with like how it actually functions.
Well, no, I don't. I kind of disagree with you there because it's like it's not every set. It's just
Think about it. You
every
used to
couple,
have
no. Every couple months they print like some new crazy shit, right? Because like base
my time
Psychona
frame
was
was
like
wrong.
LOL. Like base Psychona was almost not impactful at all. But then they released the second booster, and you're just like, holy shit, this is ridiculous. What the fuck happened?
Sure, my time frame was wrong. I apologize, but
But I mean, like,
The-
look, even like to counteract your argument now, like Konosuba released, and yeah, it was really strong. But then we have like Sakura Taisen, which doesn't look too crazy at all. You know,
Their top end is uninteractive also though. But I mean, yeah,
Modular
I'll give you that.
too.
hmm
But I mean, like maybe this isn't a set they're like looking to push. It just feels really weird when we get some sets that have like really crazy like everything, and then we get these like really mediocre sets, right?
I
like,
I
the
mean,
crazy-
I'm sure there's an agenda there somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Don't you guys remember they released it? It wasn't Detonation. They released Nanoha Reflection in 2019, and that was like one of the worst like booster packs they've ever released in like most recent memory.
hmm
You bought into Nanoha Reflection, didn't you, Ollie?
Not when Detonation came out. Well, no, I did play Reflection as
Yeah,
well. Yeah, that deck is pretty
it's pretty garbo,
sad.
right?
Yeah.
I just
Minami
remember they
level
printed
one.
like this level 3 combo that just gained power or some shit, and I'm just
It
like,
was last shot.
oh, it was just last shot. Okay.
Yeah, you actually had better top ends than your actual combo.
Okay, Mr. Video Game Master, the last Symphogear set was pretty ass, but it wasn't that bad. And I just kind of like make a note of it
Oh.
because Symphogear never gets like anything too overpowered.
Speaking of Symphogear, really quick. This
Oh
is
yeah,
worth
English
adding.
server's dead. LOL.
English server is dead for the mobile game, which I think basically kills any chance for English Symphogear coming out in Weiss. Because I think
Man, it's almost like complete
yeah.
mismanagement of the fucking server would cause your game to die off real quick. That and like zero marketing. Yeah, I'll just stop there.
Yeah,
The company
yeah,
completely
that's
mishandled it, and the fact that they're handling Sino Alice is, I'm not too confident.
So is the game like actually just like not you can't play it anymore?
Yeah, the servers are shutting down.
They're gonna shut down in July.
July, yeah. Which
I just remember the last couple times I logged on, they've always had like these extra. I just think it might just be because nobody's spending money on the game, but they've always had like $80 for like pick your waifu tickets all the fucking time and all this other shit. But like they released banners out of order. They just randomly release banners, and it's like, yeah, just think it's poor management.
I don't know. I think
that's
mobile
what you
games,
get for trying to localize like a 3-year-old fucking like phone game, as opposed to just adding like a global option on the Japanese server.
The fan base for Symphogear is like so diehard from like the fan base I interacted with in America that I think like anyone that really cared to begin with already has JP accounts. Like I have a JP account and stuff. Like even though I don't play the game that often anymore, I still have my JP account. I still log in randomly sometimes, and like I did spend money on the JP account to like get my wedding dress Maria and all that. But yeah, I think like most of the people already spent so much time on the JP version that when the English one came out, like everyone played it for like maybe a month, maybe 2 weeks or so, and then they kind of dropped it because I know the player base for what I was told was like dwindling, especially these last few months or whatever. Like after the first month was over.
even with Corona.
Well, I think it sucks because like I just think fundamentally the game's bad.
Oh, yeah, that's most mobile games.
It's just not a fun
fake
game.
Go clone, right?
It's not even a fake Go clone because you can't even choose like what you're attacking. Like that's what I'm saying. The game is just fundamentally bad. It's an auto battler that doesn't advertise as an auto battler, and there's almost no interaction, but there's a little bit. It's just a bad game. Even in JP, I just think it's a bad game.
It's a mobile game. Like all mobile games, it's bad.
All right, I think with
you're not wrong.
I think with that, we'll just jump into the questions. So if you guys in chat or on Discord want to post questions, we'll go ahead and answer them. We're going to start with Discord first, as always. We have a couple from our supporters. First one is from Audrey. She asked, "Have you found? I found myself buying and brewing a lot lately. Is that the case with you guys?" So unfortunately, at least for me, like after the first initial week, I was like, I never want to see Weiss again. And then now I'm playing Shadowverse, and now I'm like, why am I playing Shadowverse? So at least that's where I'm at.
So like, I still like work a regular 9-to-5 job during all this because we're essential business, but it's like really dead. So I just go on Encore Decks and just brew Weiss lists. I asked the guy that manages it. I have the second most lists on Encore Decks right now.
Damn, the first.
Kevin, but that's just because he reposts Japanese tournament lists, so he's actually cheating.
Oh, what a fucking cheater, dude! Ban his account.
I do want to give a shout out to some of the people on Encore Decks. Some guy made some Steins Gate list. You know who you are. It was like a 3-3-2 split that played like 3 books, 2 gates, 3 standby.
I lost that list, by the way.
That list was actually pretty dank. And then, but that list, I just kind of like it. But it wasn't as good as the real list that was good, which was the Bang Dream memory list.
Memory one?
Oh, no.
Memory list. Yo, that was some spicy shit. But most of the other lists on Encore Decks, I haven't really touched. I don't know. It's hard to play right now.
Yeah, I'm struggling with the... what's it called? I can't remember the word for it. The will to do things, basically, as involving Weiss.
I just don't think there's been any sets that I'm like really interested in, so I haven't really been brewing.
Yeah, I mean, like the biggest thing, like, even though like you and I, Nico, we only like show up to locals like twice a month. Like the 2 times we'd show up the month would like keep me energized and interested in Weiss, like enough to like keep grinding the game, and keep testing things out. And then like the combination of tabletop sim like completely destroying me, and then like never meeting up with locals or anything, it's just like a lot of the will is gone.
life faded
I
from
think
his eyes.
I think the will come back once we
once we
get
have,
more into the normal swing of things. But
I
it might take a while.
I mean, I actually haven't been playing Weiss that much. I was when the whole thing started, I was kind of getting burned out on Weiss then. So like, I didn't really.
Sometimes you need a break.
I didn't
Yeah.
really like take part like the TTS craze or the remote battles. So like, I'm actually like, now I wouldn't mind getting back into Weiss now.
See, the good thing about the TTS craze, you can make your own set, Oliver. So
That's
check
true.
out.
I'm not creative enough for that though.
5-3 Monster Girl Quest set's going to be dropping. I'm going to have it done by then. I promise you that.
Oh my god!
Oh man,
Check it out.
set review, right?
I'll make sure to
review.
print it out and put it like over like some Weiss cards and bring that to regionals.
Oh,
See if I'll get away with it.
this was made by the Dean from Burn
Yeah.
1.
You know who this guy
Oh
is,
my
dude? He went
God.
to Worlds.
He did go to Worlds.
He had the
I heard
most
he
fun at
cheated in
Worlds.
New Jersey. I heard he cheated in New Jersey because he played this like cheating level 3 climax.
Oh
combo.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard he didn't use the text on the card. So it cost him games.
Oh man. All right, so the next question is from Zilveri. Zilveri? Yeah, that's Tony though. I'm gonna say
It's
Tony.
Tony,
Screw you,
yeah.
Tony. I'm saying Tony. So we have had choice climax for a few months now. With that, with the anti-standby stuff, etc. What is your favorite climax right now in English and JP, and why is it gold bag? Damn, he answered for us already. He already knows it's gold bag. So what is it for you
Wait.
guys?
Favorite climax?
Yeah, favorite climax.
Dude, I don't know. Gate, I like hand. Standby. I think Gate's better than standby.
Oh, you babies. You guys don't know how to +2 soul people enough?
Oh.
+2 soul when it closes games is cool, but most of the times it loses you games.
This is also true.
So
Favorite standby? I guess I'll just be vanilla and also just say Red Gate. It'll be the true JP player.
The true JP player. This guy. It has to be standby for me. I like playing decks with standby. I always think it's fun fighting for board.
But then what happens if your board disappears?
Then I just cry and hope a high roll. My out is just
Just
a high
stack
roll.
brainstorms, dude. Easy.
Easy, dude. What about you, Ollie?
Gold bar.
Gold bar, this guy always wants to have climaxes in his hand.
Look,
Dude,
He
I have
wants to
this
push
other
damage
card that's
every
even
turn.
better than gold bar. It's called Book.
Oh my god.
Good God.
I know
Book is like literally the worst climax. I am convinced it's actually worse than Bag. Book?
Hey man, I hate Book too.
I really like gold bar in a sense that have gold bar support in them, or just like have a ton of ditch outlets to them. Like I played a lot of 8-bar Fate when that came to English, and I don't know, that deck just feels really good to trigger gold bar with. And like even with like Vivid Strike when I played
Do
it.
you ever think that's the fact that set has 8 Ozzuses for absolutely no reason and
You
has
don't
a
run
clock
the
encore
8.
support?
You don't rate 8 Ozzuses, Dean.
You're
Come
right.
on
You
now.
still play Ozzus in this clock encore. Fate is not the gold bar support that makes it good. It's everything else. That's
Well, no, it's
disgusting.
not. But I'm saying.
Well, no, but I also like it has a ton of ditch outlets, which Fate.
Oh yeah. Otherwise, you're like me, and you're like, how many ditch climax salvages do I play with my CCS list guys?
Dean, I think it's just the decks you make, man. Because like the one time I tried to play your Million live list, I think it was against you actually. I'm like, Dean, I got this 2-1 brainstorm. It let me ditch 5 climaxes that were in my hand.
Sounds like a player skill problem. I've never been bad against the wall.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. All right, we have a couple more on Discord here. This one's from Barachem. I hope I said that right. You guys remember we had that question a while back about 8 gold bar content collection, and we didn't know what.
Yeah,
deck
I
they were
took a
talking
look
about?
at his list actually.
Yeah, they actually posted the list this time around. Here, I think I can put this. I can put this on stream. I think there we go. All right, sorry, Barachem.
So what's his question?
He's just, I think, looking to get feedback on this list, right?
Feedback on like his list. So like, without actually going deep into it, as soon as I look at this list, this looks very, very Japanese. Like
I think it's too greedy, to be quite honest. So like, maybe you can get away with this, but like nothing here fights for board until like level 1 when one of your characters dies.
Yeah, at least the level 1. So like, okay, so Japan actually played very similar to this, playing a gold bar and played just basically played the changer into the submarine into row.
Yeah.
So like, the list is like all right. I played it like a couple times. I personally was not a big fan of it. But you might be.
I don't
right
think the
here.
JP list ran Akagi though. Did they?
They did.
Oh,
run
it did.
Akagi,
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, 4 Amagis. This guy really wants to mill.
Well, I think that's honestly because that's his only mill engine of the deck.
It's
He has
that,
Azusa in
Akatsuki,
here,
and-
though.
Well, I mean,
they also have
your advantage
Okinami.
mill. If that makes
He
sense.
has his level 1 combo mills.
He doesn't have a level 1 combo. It's
It's
his
no,
level 2
no.
combo.
It's
Yeah, well, the
row.
level 1 changes into level 2 at 1.
Yeah, and it's
Okay, but the row is summoned as rest, so like, sure, it's gonna be a
Yeah,
level
it's
1
rest-
combo that you're gonna.
It's rest on opponent's turn though. Then it stands. Because it changes on opponent's turn.
But it's still like he's saying like you don't just do that at 1. You have to be like your second turn at 1 if you're still doing that at 1.
Because it's usually gonna, yeah. It's not gonna be like you're not gonna go to 1-0 and drop this because even if you drop 3 of the changers, you're not immediately gonna change.
You're right. We need to play standby. Let's put
No.
it in, boys.
I don't know.
No,
I
I think my big thing with this list is like, maybe I'm wrong for thinking this, but it's like it just never feels like you're winning the game until you get those 2 ones out, and then from there you're wanting to have like a couple turns building advantage with those.
Yeah, I think that was like part of the issue with the list in JP, even though it was like fairly popular. This list that he's playing the Hishimochi, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that card. But I think in this case, wouldn't we just be playing Compass instead? Or because we don't really need the hand size on this, right? Because we were just doing the 2-1 search. Do we care about that?
It's a weird card, this Hishimochi.
Yeah, I mean, the more you play it, the more advantage you get out, and it's a counter, so you can do some weird stuff sometimes. But I think I just replaced that with like literally replaced that with Compass because
I mean, he doesn't have a lot of yellow, so but I mean, Compass would fix that issue as well.
I think he has enough yellow because it's like you're
Okinami at 0 as well, plus like 4 of this Mochi, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because you're not really caring about yellow until level 2 anyway, so you have a lot of time to get like
also,
1 Amagi or 1 Okinami to your level zone.
There's also no like counters.
Yeah, I think that's my
to
big
protect
thing.
his row.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, so he runs the hand on course, so I guess his reasoning there is he's like, it doesn't matter if my row dies, I'm gonna have this back row that just says I ditch a card and it's alive again.
Yeah, one thing to note too is like the top end for this deck is so aggressive that you probably just play anti-heal in there. You probably cut some of this blue you're playing that level 1 blue, which is kind of tough. Dude, maybe just cut blue completely and just play.
I don't know if that 1-1's actually worth it.
Yeah, you might be better off just cutting the 1-1, cut some blue, switch it to.
Well, I think he's running 1-1 to give his 2-1 encore, which is how he gets away with not running counters. I think that's the logic behind that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we could swap out counters for it. I don't know if this is like good enough.
Yeah, I feel like you just play. You play counters and you save a stock playing the 1-1 down. You get the same result. Especially if you can like find a way to fit in like Z2 or is it Z1?
Yeah, one of those.
So you can save multiple lanes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Kantai sucks.
This guy. Yeah, I think just the biggest thing is anti-heal would probably push this deck more in the right direction because of how aggressive the top end is, right?
Did Akagi Kai get off the choose 3 list?
This is English.
This is English.
Well, I get it's English, but he also said it's compliant.
I'm also pretty sure that Akagi Kai is not on the ban list.
Yeah, because he says this build is compliant to the JP ban and restriction list. That's why I was making that comment.
Anti-heal, anti-salvage, Junio, and Inaduma.
Oh, it's Inaduma. Okay. Okay, so he's right. He's choosing to run Inaduma over the Hibiki because he wants it to be compliant to JP.
Oh, okay. So he was looking at that. Okay.
I guess if you didn't care about being JP compliant, you can probably fit in the Hibiki in there.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if the difference between playing Compass in this deck or the 2/1 Mochi counter, which is better. I guess if he's ditching for Hand Encore, he probably Mochi's might be better in the long run. What's kind of cool though is like having the Hand Encore with Akagi, because Akagi gets like to 13k, right? With like triple Akagi, and then so it'd be like 13-5, and then you can Hand Encore 2 of them. Well, yeah, if it gets reversed, and then just combo the next turn again. I don't know. I'm too dumb for this, I think. I feel like Nico was kind of right with his first assessment. It was just like the deck list seems pretty greedy.
So, like, I don't know. I'm kind of looking at it, and it feels like, at level 1, you're not winning anything. You just mainly have, like, the Okinami to get rid of kind of, like, the threats like Futaba and stuff that kind of, like, really restrict your soul damage and shit. But, like, you're not ever really winning at 0. For 1, you can kind of be winning with a U5-1-1-1, but, like, it's not super great. And then I don't like going into like these scenarios where it'd be like, well, if your game is really going like crappy, like I guess in an okay-ish game position, if you can get like the 1/1 support out and you have like 2 of the row 500 out, game's probably okay.
I don't know. I think that like talking about like the actual floor of the deck is always valid, right? Because there are like definitely decks that I wouldn't touch. That people are like, well, like, oh, this doesn't happen, and I'm like, no, it does.
It does. It always does.
There's also like I've noticed like he actually is like doesn't really have a way to ditch bars if he gets flooded outside of.
He has a Akatsuki. That's about it.
I mean,
well, he has the what is it, Murasame?
He has Akatsuki and the submarine. That's about it. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's enough. Because it's not like well, you have to have those cards in your hand.
Yeah, he has like the weird back row, like the Arashia or whatever, where you pay 1, draw 1, ditch. So you have like ditch outs, but none of them are really optimal outside of Akatsuki, I think.
Yeah.
Like I said, 8 bars. 8 bars like a really rough climax lineup when you don't have
like
the bar filter or like a ton of like good impactful ditch outs.
All right. Next question in Discord we have is from Yay7. Do you guys think, given its current power level and high chance of getting hit on the ban list, has Saikano any chance of getting brought to English?
Man, I think if Saikano was going to come to English, they would have already
brought it over already.
Yeah, just because like right now, maybe they can, but like we don't.
I don't think Saikano in the West.
I actually have no idea, but I do know.
I know a lot of Western people really like it. Like most of the people who watch the show outside of like Dean Wysant over here, usually enjoy it.
Saikano?
Yeah.
I've never seen Saikano.
Oh, you haven't watched it? I thought you said you did.
Maybe I have.
It definitely seems like a show Dean would hate.
Yeah. I think Dean just probably avoided it, I guess, just because he's like, that's not his show.
Well,
but most people, for those
killing
people,
nights.
like...
I would love Saikano.
No, I haven't seen Saikano. I've seen the Pet Girls. That's what I was thinking of.
Sakuraso?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. That's not very wasn't my thing.
But yeah, I would like Saikano to come to English, but I don't think it's gonna happen because they haven't announced it. It was on the list of survey list of a potential set of coming to English.
It's been on 2 different surveys, I think.
Yeah, but I feel like they would have announced it by now if they were really thinking of bringing it. But I don't know. I feel like it's kind of better luck next time because like the JP version right now, I feel like everyone is assuming it's going to get hit sometime soon. So like, I think the only reason it lives any longer without being hit is either it stays around long enough that it gets power creeped out by everything else for some reason, because we have no events, so we have no data in Japan on whether the set's like super amazing or not after the Fate ban. Maybe that's how it survives as long as it will survive, and then it gets power creeped out. Otherwise, it's probably gonna get hit on the ban list. I can't imagine that deck not getting hit in some way.
Well, they printed that anti-Saikano card in Konosuba.
Why did Kono? I think I'm wondering. Getting upset is like, why did Konosuba of all sets get the anti-Saikano tech?
I'm wondering if they don't.
Everything.
I'm wondering if they don't want to hit Saikano. That's why they're printing like cards that counter it.
No, because that's not a thing.
Why wouldn't they have hit it last ban list?
Oh, because
they did the same thing with
because they hit Fate.
Like,
yeah, they did the same thing with Henology. Remember, they were like printing cards that stopped Henology from being a playable deck, and then they were like, "No."
Looks like we can't actually fix this.
Yeah, like looks like we're gonna ban it to the ground instead.
All right. I think that answers that. We're gonna take the questions from chat now. Dang, they're all okay. I think is Anson S the first one that posted here. If English singles regionals was tomorrow, what are your 3 potential decks and why?
What, English regionals?
Yeah, if singles was tomorrow, what decks would you
Singles? Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. I don't know. I just lose in singles. Singles is rough. I usually just bump
Singles
that.
is pretty rough.
What would
I have
you
this
guys think?
GGO list that's unstoppable.
The dual layer
GG
one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
the
that
dual-
list is so good.
It actually is.
If you're
I
not
wonder-
low rolling, that list is really, really good. Or if your opponent isn't named Carmen Condalucci, that list is really, really good.
I think I would just either take what's out now again? Dude, it's been so long. What is Weiss? What?
JoJo was the most recent release.
JoJo's the most recent set. You have like Fate. Like for top tiers, you have like Fate, AOT, Suba.
Probably it'd be like, but if there had to be 3, it'd be Konosuba, Goblin Slayer, or what would be a good last one? I don't know, Sunshine. Screw it. I like high roll.
Sunshine.
I mean, Sunshine's still going to be really good until it's like
Yeah,
they
I
print
think.
enough sets to like creep it out.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good
It's gonna
until like
take too long, though.
8 standby drops with Fujimi. I think that's when it starts like getting even worse.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those 3 sets always seem solid. Like, I can play Sunshine, which like if I'm a bad player, but I get really lucky, I still get a burn 3 multiple times, so it works out. Konosuba, if I'm a bad player, I still can kill my opponent from 2-5. And
Luck is
then
a skill.
yeah, and then Goblin Slayer, like I just hope my opponent misplays and lets me move their brainstorm to the front row and kill them. But yeah, I mean, I think all 3 of those sets are like super, super solid. I'm kind of sick of Fate. I probably should sell my Fate deck, honestly.
Yeah.
What about you, Nico?
So I think 2 for me are really, really easy. I'd probably just take Goblin Slayer and Bang Dream. Even though I don't think Bang Dream is like the strongest list, it's fun. It's fun to play. Goblin Slayer would probably be like the strongest deck I think that I would take. For the last set, I don't even think I have a 3rd English deck.
Don't worry, I have this cool Batman list.
Shut the fuck up, Dean.
Strongest
Bat
series.
Swarm Batman. I'd probably
I saw that
consider
deck.
playing like ReZero.
Dang, I wanted Dean to play that deck at teams.
Yeah, I wanted
Cool-
Dean to play
cool
all of the
loss.
decks at teams.
Cool loss.
Listen, Dean, you topped with the Skya.
Yeah,
Anything's
there
possible.
was like this here. There was heart in this Gaia. Batman's just such a fucking bad series, and everything is terrible.
And I really wanted Batman to be good. I bought a case of that set. What a
I'm so
misplay.
sorry for your
I
loss.
still have a case.
I'm
but
sorry, Holly.
All right.
It's okay. I somehow sold a play set.
Video Game Master 98. Do you guys think standby is starting to be rotated?
Wait, you skipped me.
Wait, what? How did I? What? Didn't you answer?
No. What?
Tell me how you
You
were
had a
doing Fate.
question in the chat? Oh shit!
No,
yeah,
he
no, we
means
did
the-
skip
he
Ollie.
mean-
We skipped Ollie and
I thought he
Dean.
was
What
the first
fuck?
one to answer.
No.
Oh, I'm dumb. Sorry, Ollie.
Yeah, it's
Go
Ollie
ahead.
and Dean. Holy shit, dude.
Oh, I would do.
Did you mean
Oh wait, Oliver first.
Carmen
Yeah.
and Dean?
Probably Fate. Some ReZero variant that I would probably decide the day of. And I don't know, probably Konosuba.
Konosuba is always pretty cool.
I forgot ReZero
Yeah.
was a choice. ReZero is really good too.
Yeah.
All right, Dean. Tell us how you're gonna play Beetlejuice.
GGO.
Oh no.
I have Bang Dream because that's like a set that I own. I would of course play the memory list.
Oh my god.
And then I have what else?
That
do I
memory
have?
list is really, really bad until it's just randomly not, and you're just
Dude,
like,
that
what's
memory
happening?
list
Dude, don't you have
sometimes
JoJo?
goes off. Huh? I'm gonna have JoJo, but I've been looking at those cards and they look pretty bad. I don't know if I could play JoJo.
Just try my list. I swear it's It's probably not good.
It's good. Oh, it's
I've got
probably
my,
not good.
I've got my
Probably
list
not
of
good.
climax spread, but then I was like looking at the zeros in JoJo. I'm like, dear God, none of these are good. Like
You have a
all
lot
of
of
the
like vanilla profiles.
yeah,
You have,
like
like
all
vanilla
of the.
coin flip and
Well,
stuff.
they're like worse than vanillas, right? Like you're like looking at these cards and you're like, I'd rather just have a vanilla. And then you see the vanilla and you're like, I actually don't want this either. God, what else do I have? I have like after playing like CCS at the shop challenge, I said I can never play this set again. It's just not good enough. So I own like a ton of English decks, but I don't buy good sets.
Just play Batman, dude.
I do have
Just wait for
Batman.
Adventure Time to come out.
Adventure
man.
Time is also strong.
I can't wait for Adventure Time to be broken. I can't wait for them to print a stock swap Fumio on the same card.
and it's a restander.
It's gonna have on attack burn 1 3 times, on reverse burn 1 3 times.
Jesus.
I'm liking this card. Seems like my
On
fan set.
standby.
Yo, no, they've been stealing our fan cards, right? So I'm ready for at the end of this card's battle, deal X -7
Oh, yeah.
or 7 minus X.
7 minus X, where X is the number of cards.
Yo,
in
you
the
can't
block.
listen. So like right when they revealed that Sakura Taisen card, I was speaking to Dean. I think it was like a couple of days before. I'm like, Dean, what do you think of this
Literally
idea?
that day.
You have, like,
It was the
a level.
same
I
day,
was like you have
Nico.
like a level 1. Oh, it was, yeah. I was like a level 1 combo or a level 2 combo that just attacks 3 lanes by itself. Wouldn't that be cool? And then they revealed that really shitty Sakura Taisen combo, and I'm like, wait a minute, what is this?
Whoa. You saw that as that, but I saw that as Bujin Susanoo. Okay. That was a Yu-Gi-Oh card thing for
Oh shit!
Huh?
Was it?
That was a good deck. Bujin's in.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what they
boy.
printed. Sakura Tyson has it now.
Sakura
Dude, they're
Taisen.
just
It's
stealing
not
all
a
the
really
Yu-Gi-Oh
bad
stuff,
climax,
right?
but yeah, they have it.
They have Noble Knights now in
In Lost
Weiss.
Decade.
Noble
Alright.
Knights and Bujins.
Dude, when are they gonna print me my spell books so I can start
no.
banishing everything away?
When do we get our raccoon deck?
You're right.
We're in like 2014 format, right?
Where's my frog deck?
Oh my god. All right.
I would like my Infernity deck again, please. I would like to be able to say, "Yo, I top decked Archfiend." Archfiend.
Top deck Infernity Archfiend.
You lost the game. I
To be-
top decked Infernity
To be
Archfiend.
fair, some of the Vice power creep kind of feels like that. It's like some of the decks you play against, you're like, if he gets to 2-4, I'm dead. Because he'll just clock himself twice and then kill me.
Oh my god. Can I just play Chainburn and be like, I set 5 and pass?
Mystic Mine and Weiss.
Alright. Oh wait, what is that stupid volcano monster in Chainburn? One where you can stack your opponent's board to summon it?
Oh, lava
Volcanic
gold?
Yeah,
Lava
lava
Gold?
gold.
Lava
Holy
Gold.
shit!
Let's bring that to Ice. I want to kill my opponent's board to be able to play cards. Oh man. All right. Okay. Anyway, back to these questions. So, Video Game Master 98 asks, do you guys think standby is starting to be rotated out of the meta with all the anti-standby they have been printing lately?
No.
All this anti-standby tech sucks. I just think standby itself has been not supported well enough in the future compared to like the past.
Yeah, like in just
Like-
the most recent sets, they've just taken to like de-incentive. Like they'll still print standby, but they won't print like the super good combos on it
Yeah, because standby
or
is
super
like
good standby targets.
standby lives and breathes off of like how good its targets are for the back row, and they've stopped printing things like the Asana support. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, as Fate said, like, I know this isn't a super popular list, but I think like 8 standby million live or whatever, their like 2/2 target only gets to like 9/5 or some shit, and it's like, I think that's just kind of the route they've been taking to where they're just giving them subpar targets.
They like.
what are you
we're
talking about?
gonna-
They have just standard profiles. It's just the fact that like
Do
the
they?
profile. Yeah, it's just the profiles like they don't have like any deck manipulation. The supports are just like generic supports in the back row. They have like a 3/2 support, but it's not like good enough, right?
Standby combos that only stand certain characters.
Yeah, like they've done some like weird things to like keep it in line.
It's been pretty weird. It's like it's just weird that they would print this climax trigger, and it's clearly meant to be able to win board and fight for field. And then they're like, you know what? We made a mistake. Let's just nerf all the cards that if a set has standby, all cards have less than 500, like 500 less power than they should have, or some weird stuff like that now, which is kind of it's kind of weird. All right. So next we have a question from Daryl. Since we're talking triggers, what old sets can benefit from modern triggers? Offhand, multi-blood maids would be better with standby. What do you guys think? I mean, standby like is the best trigger to give to an old set, right?
I mean, you just like put a standby or a gate on like a combo they already played, and it's already a better.
Okay, on a combo they already play. When I'm thinking old sets, I'm like, those sets aren't playable, dude. Those like they don't have playable combos. So I don't know what you mean by old set.
Look, that maid combo is is playable at least.
Oh,
in Melty Blood.
Sounds pretty privileged compared to what I'm used to.
Oh man,
my combos are like gain 1,000 power on attack. And you're like, ooh, it's a level 3.
Man, what would be a really good set to put standby in that's like really old at this point? I can't even think.
Persona.
Modica would probably get benefit off of it, right? Because they can do the draw change into the healer at level 1.
Yeah, I mean Modica already has that.
Oh yeah, well it's on a climax combo. It's kind of whatever.
It's basically the same thing.
All right, what's older than that? That would be really good.
I don't know, like old shitter sets.
Skya.
The Skya probably.
Ava. I don't know. I like anything standby. Like just
dude, you could get a 3/2 at 1 in Ava.
Oh, you know what? Well, I guess this isn't an old set, but OG rewrite, like playing the 8-gate deck, change that to standby on the level 2 combo. Oh boy.
No, because like,
oh man, 2/2 at 0.
Yeah.
The profile for that 2/2. What? No.
What? What are you talking about? I'm talking about playing the
changer
at level 0, and then having the 2/2 out at level 0.
So you're talking about like super sack then.
Super sack, dude. All I gotta do is open up a standby in my hand. It's easy to draw climaxes.
Well, you need to open up a standby in your hand. You need to have the 2/2 in waiting room. And you need to be able to standby out the 1/1.
You only need to have the 1/1 in waiting room, right?
You need to have the 2/2 in waiting room because it changes into the 2/2 from the waiting room.
It'll be fine, dude. It'll work.
Don't worry. I've played and lost with this deck recently, so I remember the effects.
Damn. Wait, what other good sets would like benefit from like standby? I don't think any real set would benefit from choice right now, especially since we like haven't seen a way to abuse it.
Monogatari.
What would they get off of that?
I don't know. They probably you get the cat out at 1. That's probably something.
Well, the cat requires experience to be good, though, doesn't it? Or am I misremembering the effect?
No, I don't think cat needs experience.
You can get the Shinobu out at 1, the level 3, that damage scribe.
Oh, the changer?
Yeah, so you and then you get it out earlier. I don't know why.
That changer would actually be pretty good, right? Because it's like 12/5 hexproof has scry.
Yeah, damage scry at level 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking at you, Simple Gear. I can't think of anything else right now.
Let's not even compare Chris to fucking.
I love getting that thing out.
I hear there's this set that doesn't get much support that needs a standby, and it's called ReZero. I can't wait for this EB to randomly have a random, just like one of standby.
Just a vanilla standby.
And the standby is going to be like whatever the fuck the Amelia climax is called. So Amelia can be on a standby on your Maguro.
Fate with standby. There's some dank targets from the old Fate sets.
Or even better, the card that Felt combos with, because people don't like playing down standby. Yeah, make the Felt free fresh on a standby.
Felt free fresh on standby. Oh my god, that'd be pretty busted. I'd like it. And also, we get to do dumb stuff with what's his face, right? Reinhardt
down at 2.
Yeah.
I think just because of Reinhardt right now.
It's never.
I mean, like
ReZero is not going to get a standby.
Yeah. All right. I think that is it for the questions, right? Unless anyone else randomly has one. Oh, I remember Brandon posted a question up earlier whether we were playing more Weiss in quarantine or less. think overall it was like a lot in the beginning, then less now.
Yeah, it's significantly dropped down.
We're too busy playing our really good games that we play.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy VII Remake. So I can
And I told
witness,
you, I told
witness
Molly
the brilliance of Nomura's directing.
I was like, man, I'm so happy Final Fantasy VII Remake released. That means I have time to play Kingdom Hearts 3.
Every time I see you on Discord, I'm like, "Are you playing Kingdom Hearts still?" And you're like, "Yeah, I got to beat this boss." And then I just hear you complaining about how the boss is cheap. when Dean and I are in here complaining about Shadowverse. Oh man.
And I love Shadowverse.
I'm playing it right now. It's really cool.
Oh man.
Remember back in the day when you didn't die on turn 6 unless you were playing like an aggro deck?
Dude,
Oh, you don't.
Now you
Now
just-
it's turn
Mr.
7, right?
Tanaka needs to get off of his train in 5 minutes, Ollie.
Now
There's
you
no
just have
time to
these-
make it past turn 6.
Now you just have these disgusting mid-range decks that just OTK you on
Yeah,
turn
I'm playing
7.
against Roach right now. It's pretty cool.
Don't you like what is it? What's that rune deck with Carol? I like dying on turn 7.
Oh,
Most
Nature
deck of all
Yeah.
time.
Rune.
In Nature Rune.
Yeah.
Turn 7. Is it time to take 20 again? It is.
Guys, I've been a farmer this whole game. It looks like your opponent, unless your opponent puts up like what 2 or 3 wards, they're just dead.
Yeah.
My Zeus had 20 health. It missed lethal by like 2, and now I lose to Roach.
It's a
I hate
cool deck.
Shadowverse. Why
Oh,
do we
wait, no,
play
I
this
won.
game? Wait, you won?
I'm so good.
Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
had a Genesis Dragon in hand to close the game.
Oh man. All right. I think that kind of wraps it up, guys, since we're starting to get even more off topic than normal.
Wow. It's almost like Vice is in a game right now.
Dude, yeah, it sucks cuz
Soon.
soon.
2021, January 1st. I'll see all of you because that'll be the first time we can play Vice when the quarantine's been lifted.
Oh.
Nah,
You're
Weiss,
not
Weiss
wrong.
Is, Weiss is dead. Dead game.
No. It'll live on Tabletop Simulator. We can all play our fan sets against each other.
Monster Girl Quest set review either next week or the 1 week after.
Dude, I need a lot of alcohol for that, but I'm down to do something like that. Man, oh, I feel so bad. Like everyone that like actually subscribes to this channel, like I've been so demotivated on like making content that I haven't even been like asking these guys to show up to do set reviews and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, like, what are we supposed to review? What
I
are
mean,
we
we have
supposed
like
to review?
JoJo's and stuff we should go through and stuff like that.
Oh,
but-
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Dean appeared on like the Pittsburgh Weiss
yeah, for Bang
for
Dream,
their
right?
new Bang Dream stuff. so,
Real
like-
talk, Hit. Real talk. I'm going to pose the question here on stream.
Oh boy.
You have to. Okay. Why don't we just do English set reviews starting from set 1, English, all the way to current day?
Oh,
We can just start
man.
going down the list. Speed
Oh.
reviews. We start off with what is it? Madoka
Madoka.
Magica and
No,
Fate
this
Zero.
guy was first.
Yep.
This guy at TD.
No, it's this guy did have the TD, but we save it for when it came out chronologically, right?
Yeah.
This guy at 09 TD.
09 TD review. Yeah, here we go. You Mecha Jennifer. That's your top end. That's your entire deck.
Should we do that? Should we do that stream?
Look at this font. It's amazing.
Oh my god.
It's really
this
strong.
card had to get its color errataed later.
Your player might not be able to read the card, so he might misplay.
Oh god. But yeah, maybe we could do something like that. I mean, I need to get way more motivated into doing content again. Otherwise, I'd be lazy and be like, let's just do it while we stream.
And then
What else?
also a question for the viewers here. I'm willing to do deck reviews, but the only decks I have that I want to review are like absolute trash piles.
Batman Ninja.
Like
Bat Horde.
no, not Batman Ninja might be too bad.
I mean, I saw this
Um,
question. I saw this in chat earlier, which kind of made me think about it. Maybe we should do like a deck doctor thing, where like
Deck
people
Doctor?
will
We
send.
fix people.
Well, not fix
People's decks.
Yeah, like people will submit their decks or whatever, and like maybe tell us a little bit like what they're trying to do with the deck, and then we could like break down their deck and see what can change and what cannot change or whatever. You know?
They have to tell us like what
Or
they
you could-
want.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like whenever you do that, you have to be like, this is because sometimes like you put in like the spicy thing that's supposed to be a combo piece, and then when you do the deck doctor,
We just turn it
like,
into the
person-
meta deck.
Yeah, the person's like, this is trash, and you're like, no, that was the thing.
Well, I'm assuming like if we do the deck doctor,
Yeah, they'd have to submit something.
like we're not a super popular channel, so I'm assuming the guy's gonna be in chat. So like if we had like a what the fuck is this card doing in here, they'd be able to they'd be able to give us their logic and be like, oh, this card is here for this, and you'd be like, okay, I understand your logic.
Pick a
here.
Nico
random
thinks
list
we're
on
not a
Encore
popular channel,
decks.
but I think we're number one. You're welcome, Kit. I'm gonna
Thank
keep
you.
Oh my god.
Thank you. But I mean, like, even if they're not here or something like that, like, if they just leave like a little paragraph, like, "Hey, I built this deck because this is like whatever my waifu character or whatever, and my main game plan is like I need to play this card and this card or something, right?" And then we can build around that, or whatever idea they had, or like I have a zombie deck list where like all my cards hurt me, but I never have to get hand, We could probably do something kind of cool like that. I don't know. Maybe we'll discuss it a little bit later after this. See what we can do or come up with. Or
I think the problem with Deck Doctor for Weiss, if I can just kind of get it out in the open, is like these other card games that I've seen. Like I watch a lot of like Firebat for Hearthstone still for whatever reason. So when he did his Deck Doctors, like he'd have like like this 20-30 minute video of like the deck. But the problem is he's like all right, I'm seeing the deck. I have the deck list. I'm going to go play the game. I'm going to go alter the deck, and I'm going to go play another game. And that's all in the span of like 20-30 minutes, even like counting editing and stuff. The problem inherently with Weiss as a game is that it doesn't really...
It's a quick game, dude. Quick 30 minutes.
Yeah, dude.
I think that's the problem. It's like for those subtle changes, it might take more than a couple games to immediately see. So a lot of it, I think, is just going to be theory crafting.
Yeah.
Although we could like... quote unquote practice, but we would have to build the decks before time.
Yeah, we have to play them on TTS.
Oh my god.
Our favorite application.
Yamaro. Tasukete.
Please no.
I don't know. I guess
No more.
we can talk about it more and see what we can do.
I'd be down to like be like a guest or something like that. I got to get on more Weiss content because I'm not good at this game, so I got to be
This guy, I'm not good at this
Known
game.
for something.
Top 4 Atlanta, easy.
Oh look, I sacked the shit out of that tournament. All right.
Yeah. And then the tournament sacked the shit out of you afterwards.
You heard it
for
here
obvious
first.
reasons.
I just played climaxes and my opponents 8 damage. It was really cool.
That's all that matters, man. See, Weiss is all about.
I think you need to prove yourself a little bit more because you don't want your current legacy to be what you.
I mean, it's gonna stay that way. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Ollie could win world, and for whatever reason, like
you'd still be the I let my opponent bounce Reinhardt guy.
Dude, I mean, I can't believe
That's what I'm saying. But he's got to like if he wins something or if he wins worlds though. At the very least, he can fire back with like, well, at least I won worlds.
No, because everyone just turns around and is like, look, anyone can win at this game. A guy let Reinhardt bounce to his hand, and he won worlds.
Oliver, my first tournament I managed to top with Kit. I looked my opponent in the face in finals. Proudly
I was
said,
there for this.
Goemon Chen, you were not there. I proudly looked my.
Oh no,
opponent,
you're Persona 5, not AOT.
I proudly looked my opponent in the face and said, Goemon, climax phase, effect, pay 1, ditch 2, bounce back. I look at my grave, I go, there's no targets. Yes, I totally attacked twice.
Dude, that was so funny. Oh my god.
I've made it through that. You can make it through your Reinhardt legacy. I'm pretty sure mine's worse.
Oh man.
I thought you were gonna tell the I believe in God story from
No, that was my second tournament. The first one, I had to look my opponent in the eye and neg my hand and deny myself an attack to then win the next turn, which is the ultimate form of BM.
Accidental BM, the best.
Oh, so you won that game though.
I did win that game.
Although technically my game didn't count, so I guess.
Oh yeah, he had to replay it.
It was
replaying top 4, boys. That's how we do things.
Oh man. Dang, yeah. But yeah, is that it? You guys have anything else to add? We're just closing it out. All right.
I think that's it.
Yeah, Oliver, do you want to shout out anything? You are a special last minute crazy guest.
Shout outs to Burn 1, the best Weiss team. I heard they beat these scrubs at Strictly Broken at Worlds money match.
Oh yeah, I still have the money. It's right here. It's right in front of me.
I still do too.
What the fuck, dude?
I got this. Dude. This is the Christian Jarbacher, the best Weiss Schwarz player in the world. This is
Ryan's.
That's his lunch money.
I have
This is
Ryan's
lunch
lunch
money.
money right here. Because of me, he had to beg for money to get back to the play.
He told me that story. That was really
Oh,
good.
dude, yeah, that shit was hilarious.
You guys are really BM, dude.
That's
Well,
really-
no, we gotta
that's
save
really
this
messed
money
up.
for the run back. That's probably won't happen this year because Worlds might not happen. But yeah, yeah. Thanks, Ollie, for being on. It's really cool
problem.
to have you. We'll probably have you back on again. Depending
when
on
there's actually things to talk about.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was kind of saving you for actually having real discussions, but I mean,
It's okay. You can, Oliver. I'll be nice. You can come on for our Batman Ninja set review.
Oh. I've never beaten
he's
that
like,
deck.
hell yeah,
I've
dude.
never beaten that deck in tournament.
damn,
You also have. I thought you bought a case of it too, so you're perfect to talk
Yeah.
about it. Yeah. See.
dang man,
The,
can't
the,
wait
the,
to talk
the,
about
the play is bag bar
Okay.
Bag
okay.
with the vanilla change vanillas that change into the 2/2s.
I did try that deck, so I'm not hating on it. It's a really rough set because that was the deck that I also went to.
Holy crap! All right, yeah, Nico, Dean, you guys got anything? Anything you want to shout out or whatever?
Shout outs to Tetsuya Nomura, the greatest game director of all time.
Oh,
Shout out to Side Games
Fucking
for
with our
making-
minds since like shit. When did Kingdom Hearts 1 come out? 2000.
2002?
2002? Yeah.
I think so.
Because I think that's the first project he was like actually like
Yeah.
head guy on. So
But I mean,
yeah.
like that game was like mostly normal.
Yeah, but it's that's like the gateway, man. It's like the
It's
gateway
true.
drug. You know what I mean?
It's true. Fucking love Kingdom Hearts 1.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Side.
Ever since I saw it on a PlayStation demo disc.
Oh, dude, I saw the commercial where they had the J-pop song playing. I was like, "Yo,
Oh,
what is
yeah.
this song? I need to play
Oh.
this game.
There's fucking Disney characters in this game. What
simple
the
and
fuck?
clean.
I can team up with Donald Duck to attack Sephiroth." Oh God.
This is now a Kingdom Hearts stream.
All right, Dean, you got any?
Let's avoid
Oh,
that.
shout outs or
I was gonna
anything?
shout out to Side Games for making the worst card game I've ever enjoyed in my life.
What? Shadowverse is so much fun. I love like
I am-
turn four.
I'm
music
about
game.
to. I have decided not only am I going to be a grandmaster in Unlimited, but I'm going to be a grandmaster in rotation.
You can't actually say that Shadowverse is. As much as I hate Shadowverse, man, you know, Artifact exists as a game. So.
Oh, shit.
Oh man, you
Shadowverse-
also played Artifact?
I'm not gonna lie. When I went back and tried to play Yu-Gi-Oh recently, Shadowverse is so tame in comparison. Because
Yo,
like
we
you
watched
get,
that.
like-
We watched that awesome
Dude,
Yu-Gi-Oh
yeah.
anime.
Was it Yu-Gi-Oh 7s?
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh 7s. They're like, dude, Yu-Gi-Oh! Normally you take like 7-8 minutes for a game. With my new speed duels, a game's over in a turn.
I'm just gonna sack you, dude. That's what the main character does. He just sacks his opponent.
Episode was
That was
so
Yu-Gi-Oh
good.
7's good anime. Shadowverse, not that good of an anime.
Don't
Dude, the
wait.
main character's a dragon player. He's got to be a cool dude.
You gotta wait, dude. The first few episodes is building up the game, so everyone's like, "Oh, we all know all the rulers, we all know the cards," and then Portal Craft is gonna show up and fuck up everything. I can feel it.
Oh.
You're
I
not
can't-
even, okay, so real talk, the Shadowverse
Your
anime
cards don't
has-
cost mana.
I
They have the
can't.
chance to showcase these cool cards to get these people into the game. Yet what do they fucking show off? They're like, I'm a rune player. You know what we can't show off? Dimension shift. No, you know what we're gonna show off instead? This fucking like, I have this rune summoner. He gets +1/+1
Dude,
for every spell boost.
I
Yeah,
can't wait for like season 4 of the Shadowverse anime where the main character like starts playing PDK.
Holy shit!
That's gonna be
No. That's gonna take too long. Season 4 is still gonna be Daria rune from Rise of Bahamut.
all right. You're right.
I do find like a problem with that anime is right because like Nico said the Shadowverse anime is so the game is so bullshit. There is
Yeah.
no reason for the anime to not be like Yu-Gi-Oh tier. Like Yu-Gi-Oh is like, hey, look at this cool mode. You just die in one turn. Draw your entire deck. Draw 5. It's, like always sack. Like the main character is literally just like trying to sack every turn in this game. and it's like it's hype because of it. But then Shadowverse, no balls, makes this game, makes the show, and their characters just
They don't
they
even do like
anything.
half the game.
Yeah, they just like skip half the game. The game's so explosive.
And
Well,
yes,
it's
it's
also they're showing off really lame stuff. They're like, yeah, this is my turn 1. I summon this 1/1 with ward and attack you. It's like, who the fuck cares? It's a 1/1.
and what the ace monster the main character has is that card fucking sucks.
Yeah, dude. Well, all the fucking cards they showcase suck.
All
I did like the BM in episode 2 from the Blood player. That was
Oh,
really
where he passed on lethal
yeah, he passed on lethal.
like a good player.
Oh man, one thing though I thought was really funny when we were watching the Shadowverse anime is like, what's that weird number in the mana symbol? That's an 8? I've never seen that before.
What?
What the fuck? This game gets
You
to turn
obviously
8?
haven't played Dragon. I was like, if you play
oh,
Dragon,
yeah.
you see that.
Oh man.
You just
Hey
don't
man,
see
back in the day, the game used to actually go to turn 8. Okay, this is the beginning of Shadowverse.
Yo, do you remember back in the day, Control Sword? The hardest deck.
Remember
to play
back in the day when control decks existed?
You're right.
I remember playing Control Blood.
Yeah, Control Blood was fun.
Oh man. All right. I think that is it unless anyone last minute shout outs, otherwise we're shutting this down.
You guys want a good game of quarantine? Go play Monster Girl Quest. None of these guys are brave enough to.
I agree with Nico. Artifact is probably the worst card game I've ever played.
Yeah.
I remember the first. I remember the first time I played Artifact. I played this spider deck that like put tokens in my opponent's deck. I'm like, this game makes no fucking sense.
No,
And then
no.
I spawned the tokens on my side of the board.
Parasite.
It was
No, but real talk. Have any of you played Neopets, the card game?
I have not played.
no.
Oh my god.
Okay, that is actually the worst card game. Nothing compares. Nothing even comes close to as
Shit.
bad as Neopets.
When I was a teenager, there was this really bad card game, like digital card game on like the Cartoon Network website. I forget what it was called. This was when I was like fucking like 13 years old or
There's
some shit.
only good games on the Cartoon Network. If you
I
play
just
the
remember them
Idiot-
playing this Ed, Ed, and Eddie Jawbreakers card that was absolute bullshit.
Wait. That's going to be our next bucket set. And then
Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Oh boy. With a follow-up extra booster with the movie.
Oh my god.
All right, guys, we're gonna call it here. My only shout out this week is I actually got around to finally watching "Long Live the Night," which is like a 30-minute documentary on the Under Night in birth scene. It's really cool. If you're into the FGC stuff, check it out. It's on YouTube. It's free. I enjoyed it.
I love Under Night.
Yeah, me too, dude. Why don't we play?
I love making my opponent block.
Yeah, I like
all the
making
time.
Fuck you,
sparkles.
Ollie. Fuck you, dude. I don't like blocking for 30 seconds. Feels like I can't play the game.
Good.
I think besides that, the last parting words. I did like Daryl's comment earlier, which is just don't let Konosuba knock you down.
Don't let Konosuba knock you down. That
And
was
you'll
pretty
be good.
good.
That's how you counter Konosuba.
don't let Konosuba grab.
Yeah, don't let Konosuba grab. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta eat the throw.
Just
though.
block the throw, dude.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Oh man.
Just don't tech the throw. That's Grand Blue versus strats right there. You just don't tech the throw.
Oh man. All right, guys. We'll see you. I guess next week, unless if you guys didn't notice, this past week we might have skipped one, but should be back next week. I mean, if there's more to talk about, otherwise it's gonna be like super short or something, or we'll figure out something maybe. But
I mean,
either
this
way,
stream lasted 2 hours, so
Yeah,
we'll figure
pretty
out
impressive.
we
something.
do like to meme though, which is a bad habit. But
I love memes.
Memes are the best.
we'll see you guys next week then. Thanks
right.
for joining us later, guys.
See ya.
Sweet.